There's no biohazard anything here. Sorry, guys. Just pretend you didn't see that. Yeah, I know. We're gonna start right now. All right. Hey, Tish from Python Spawn. So this week, nice and spooky. Yeah, we're celebrating Halloween. So next couple episodes will be like this. It'll be fun. But just wait until you see what's coming on later. So this week's video, we're gonna talk about my racks and bins. Yeah, exciting. But it is actually exciting because it's really educational. So let's come inside and we'll explain it all in here. If I don't fight with the screen. So, like I said, Tish from Python Spawn. We're here with Chucky, aka. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, it's my buddy this month. If y'all didn't know, favorite horror movie growing up. So he's just gonna, overlook everything. So yeah, it's a tad creepy, but it's okay. He's not gonna kill me, I hope. All right. So this week, I did get a request a couple months back to explain all of my racks and what kind of bins I use and what size for the snakes. So we're gonna go from right to left. So the first section is my V18s. So this bin I usually keep for the hatchlings when they come out. I'll put all of the babies once they come out of their egg. I'll put them in here, wet the bottom, and this is primarily where they stay. And obviously this is back heat. I only have back heat here. Belly heat. I only have belly heat here. I was gonna get back heat ones, but that didn't work out well. We'll explain that later. So on top of using these for hatchlings when they first come out and letting them soak before their first shed, this is primarily for once the hatchlings get a little bit bigger, like this girl right here, my Orange Dream Pied. You see how she's not quite a hatchling anymore? Because this is the hatchling bin, the FB5. She's not quite a hatchling, but she's not an adult either. So she'll be in there until she's about 600 grams. Very cool. So again, that's the V18. I actually bought this rack off of Craigslist. I went all the way to Connecticut to buy it when I first started. This is one of the first racks I ever bought. The one under it is a custom rack from SJ Racks in Jersey. And they pretty much I bought the bins first. There were supposed to be the separate bins for this, but it turns out that the height wasn't the right requirement. So these are V35S, and they're perfect for a little bit bigger of a snake. Once they get past 600 to 700 grams, I'll put them in here. But mostly what I keep in here, this is the only female. The rest are males that are a little bit too big for the FB10s, which are these. So the majority of my breeder males are going to be in FB10s. And these have the water in it already inside of the bin. These, as you can see, do not. So I do these Katie bowls, and each bowl is a little bit different. I keep the Katie bowls in these racks and then this rack as well. See, I moved all my snakes around, so this is the perfect time to do this video. My little VPI in here, sweetheart. She's the only VPI I have, het and everything. She's a visual, but yeah, she's the only VPI I have in here. So I'm probably not gonna keep her because I don't have anything to do. I don't have anything to pair with her when she gets old enough. So we'll see. I don't really work with VPI much. So the rest are males, and those you can get up to like 800 to 1,000 grams on males, and then I'll max out. So I'll show you one of my bigger males. Let's see. Oh, you're in shed. So this is one of my bigger males. He's probably 900 grams. And you see he has enough space. And yeah, so that's this one. Now we're gonna get into all of my females. I have 25 adult females here. I was supposed to take this down. Sorry. Let's just put that. There's no biohazard anything here. Sorry, guys. Just pretend you didn't see that. So, these bins are FB40s, Freedom Breeder 40s. I forgot to tell you guys, FB stands for Freedom Breeder. And I believe VE is Vivarium Electronics. Pretty sure. Let me know if I'm right in the comments. But yeah, this is the size I would have up to like 15 to 1600 grams. Sometimes more, maybe up to 2000. I have females that are about 2000. So this girl, of course, everything is wet in there and I just cleaned everything. But yeah, this girl is about 2000 grams and she just destroyed everything in here. It's all wet. Oh no, she's in shed, so I soaked it. No, that was not her, it was me. So yeah, she's perfect and she's about 2100 grams. Yep, she's in shed too, so I soaked this one. And she's actually, no, she's not 2000 grams. This one's only about 1400 grams. And all of these are way old. That's when I first got them, so they definitely got bigger. And that girl shed bad. Hey, baby girl. We'll fix that later. I don't know, oh, 53%. So that's why I soak. I hate the bad shedders. Then I have to soak them, and it's a process. But everybody goes through it, and that's just the truth of it. You won't always have perfect sheds. So I have 1, 2, 3. So I have 15 bins of FB40s. Then we'll go over to the FB70s. So the 70 series, I have bigger girls. Don't be mean. So all these girls have already gone. As you can see, much bigger. She is probably 2300 grams. Once they get past 2000, I'll try to, they can go, I mean, honestly, that's still kind of big for 2300 grams, but they've already been in there, they're eating properly, so I'm not even gonna bother switching them out. Then there you have this girl, when she laid, she was about 3000 grams, or 2800, and you see how big she is still. So yeah, she's about 2800. When she had her egg, she was about 2800. The pied as well, het pied, sorry. She's closer to 28 now too. She's actually just finished ovulating, so hopefully, I think that's what was ovulation. I didn't check her on the scan though. So this girl, this is another FB70. She had 10 eggs and she was huge. I think she was like 3200 grams when she laid. And now she's a little deflated, but she's still a good sized girl. So I would keep them in the 70s until they're probably like, honestly, they could stay in there until they're like 3500 grams. I have a big girl inside and she's actually in quarantine and she still looks big in one of these. So as you can see, these FBs are, hi girl, these FBs are cups. So I ran out of Dixies. So as you remember, guys, it's already built in. So yeah, it's a little bit more hassle when they don't have a cup in there, like the Dixie cup, to put inside of that cup. But that's why I put it in paper. When I switch them back over for Cocoa Chip in the winter, I'm actually gonna get the Dixie cups back. I'm just waiting for them to go back in stock on Reptile Basics. And then these are also 40s. Oh, you ate. One of my pieds, and she's comfortably in there. She's probably 1700-ish grams. She's not that big. So yeah, so once they get out of the hatchling-ish bins, you could bring them over to the F10s, but I like to keep, like I said, I like to keep my males in the F10s. So these are my sand boas. They don't count. So they have sand in there, and you can see right there, but he's probably gonna, nope, right here. Yep, you can't see him very well. A little bit more. There it is. That's his head. So yeah, he's really hard to find. But that's where I keep the sand boas. Really cool though. And hi. As you can see, that's a 600-700 gram male, and he's comfortable in there. No issues at all. It's my little Arcane. It's gonna be good getting into a lot of stuff this year. And it's even the Wookiee. The Wookiee is almost, I think the Wookiee's 900 grams. Why? Why, dude? Now that I didn't do. He's not in shed. He did that. So I gotta change that out. Yeah, so I keep my males in here. And then once the females get a little bit bigger, I do switch them over to, I just got this rack. And this rack is a shoebox. So I got this one from, I believe, well, I bought it from Rob, from Designer Balls. But I believe he got it from, you see, it's still a decent size. This is just for a little bit bigger than 900 or 600 grams. I'll put the females straight in here, mostly to keep them like separate from the males, because I feel like I get more confused. It's not the snakes or anything like that. I just get more confused. So if I'm confused, I want to just be able to separate them. They're going to eventually go out into their FB40s, or I might switch over to custom racks as well for the 32 quart bins that I have, the quarantine ones inside. We'll do a separate video on those bins because I didn't want to mix out here and in there, so I'll do the type of bins I use for quarantine as well, and I'll tell you who made those. A lot of them are custom made, but majority of mine, all of these pretty much except for this one, this was TGR when TGR was still in business. These are actually TGR racks as well for the rodents. They have the Freedom Breeder bins for rodents, but the TGR, this is the only TGR rack. This was my first. This was my first rack that I got. I actually got this one on Craigslist. And it has the same bins, FB40s, but it's just a different type of rack. They all have belly heat. All of them have belly heat, so don't worry about that. Like I said, I have a lot of different bins. I do eventually want to switch over to all one type of bin because it does take a lot to order different, you know, paper for all of these bins. So these are the V35s. Again, hold on. These are the FB10s. These are FB5s. V18s. Yeah, that's all the ones I have currently. And I'll also switch over from no print paper as well. I have a lot of no print paper that I will use as well. Sorry, it's a little creepy. Sound like somebody was outside. But yeah, and we'll switch over to this other side. Let's see. So the next two bins are hatchlings. One is from Ball Dream Racks, right over here, and this one is from SJ Racks again. SJ Racks, he uses the FB5s with the water bowl in it. Really convenient, excellent for hatchlings. This is primarily for hatchlings up to like 200 grams, if that. So this is primarily for like when you know you're gonna sell them fast. I don't keep them in, like, as soon as I possibly can, I'll put them in the V18s. So yeah, if you can, let's see. Are you in shed? No. Oh yeah, actually yeah, she is. So there's one of the Orange Dream Pieds. And she is still perfect in there. So here's a clown. That's the leopard pin clown that's still for sale, by the way. He is getting a little big. He could be in there for a little bit longer. But yeah, he's getting a little big for that, so I'll probably switch him over soon. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, this girl. So this girl's growing a lot faster than the rest. So I'm probably going to switch her over pretty soon into the V18s, which is the first rack that I told you guys about. Oh, get your little nose back in there. And Ball Dream Racks. So Ball Dream Racks, the only issue I have with Ball Dream is that their product is straight from China. So there's a converter problem. So I had to get a converter to plug in. It was a little complicated for me, so if anybody knows how to do it, that would have been nice to know. I actually blew one of my thermostats. So that was a $200 thermostat. I wasn't willing to try again. So I took off the back heat and I put the belly heat. And these bins they're ideal for hatchlings that are gonna go soon. Like all of these are gonna go to the show that I'm going to in November at Battlefield in Pennsylvania. So these are kind of small, but they're really good for hatchlings because they're not big and they're not like super small. And the back, they can hang out. The heat is towards like right here. And then in the front you have the water. So they definitely can get away from the heat because you could, if you could feel it, the middle is has heat and then the back is like cold. So it's still enough to be able to regulate. I thought I was concerned at first, but then when I tested it, I tested the ones that were setting in the back, and then I tested the ones that were on the heat, and you know, they seem to be regulating very well. It's a test, so I did have to rig it myself. But other than having the transform, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called, Benny. You have to plug in the Chinese version of our plug into another system, and then that system plugs into our system, our outlet. So, yeah, it blew the circuit for the thermostat. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna convert it over to mine. So yeah, they do very well in them. I'm trying to grab one that doesn't want to bite me all the time. So here's a little normal. As you can see in the back, away from the heat, doing very well. Let's see if I can find one that's towards or on the heat. Yeah, this one, he's in the back too. And they're really simple. You just paper towel, which is great. But they're really nice racks. Like, they visually look great, but I just couldn't figure out the back heat. I would have preferred the back heat on these actually, but you know, it just didn't work out that way. Eventually, I do want to put the back heat back on there, but I want the 24-inch heat tape for the back, and then I can panel that back there, and then put the sides back on. So we're still working that. I plan on getting the heat tape. It's actually on its way. I just bought it, but this was a temporary fix. Not that it's not working. It is, because it's only 3-inch heat tape, so it's like that big, and the rest is they can regulate their temperature outside of it. So, yeah, that's pretty much my bins for in the rodent room and my racks and where I got them. If you guys have any questions at all, just let me know. Same with the rodent bins. The rodent bins are, you know, they're secondhand. I got them from Gomez Pythons, and I mean, they're awesome. I absolutely love these. Like, hi. Oh, she's pregnant. They're absolutely sweet. I only do a 1.2 in here, but yeah, rats are just awesome. They're so sweet. But yeah, I do a 1.2. These are big enough, but then the ASFs, they get a little bit more. They have a lot more babies in here. Hey, I know you hate me, but can you move for 1 second? So as you can see under there, babies. Hi, babies. Mommy, look at that face. Look at it. Look at the face. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, they're perfect for these guys, except I do want to get, because Eric from Biggie's Reptiles, he has his in a little bit shorter, because the ASFs have a better time finding getting to the food and the water. So I do want to switch those, at least 2 bins for the ASFs, into shorter bins so they have a better time. So how I do it in here, they go on here to drink. So that's why I put it close to the water, so they can go on here, everybody can drink, and you know, they do just fine. Obviously they're breeding, so they do very well. Recently, that took me a long time to get them to breed, but yeah, pretty good. If you guys have any questions, if I missed anything, I won't, you know, I have no problem like answering any questions in the comments, or hit me up on Instagram. It's a lot of different racks. Eventually, I'm gonna have them all in sync, hopefully like ARS racks and or Freedom Breeders. We'll see. It depends. So, where'd Chucky go? Dude. What are you doing out there? Come here, buddy. I told you to stop walking around. Come on. We're supposed to be in the video. Stay. Okay. You freak me out when you do that. He was always a troublemaker. He's always a troublemaker. Here, hold that for me. Alright. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah. Cue outro. Just fixing his hair. Because I have to be nice to him. You never know what can happen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Alright. Okay. So, me and Chucky had a good time. I hope you guys did. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Speaking of subscribe, only 60% of you guys are actually subscribers that watch me. So, I mean, it'd be nice, you know, just a little bit more subscribers. It'd be cool. We're almost at 1,000, right? Almost at 1,000. So, really appreciate you guys subscribing if you do. If you don't, subscribe. That'd be really cool. Hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified when my videos come out. And I hope you guys have a very, very scary Halloween month, because this is just the beginning. See you guys next Wednesday.